Yo, what's up gamers? So I only came into the break room to refill the mop bucket because somebody tracked half the warehouse across the tile. And suddenly when I came in, the entire room is losing its mind like Xbox just poured all of December Game Pass releases directly into my bucket. The water's barely settling, and Gary's already screaming about day one drops like he's announcing a natural disaster. But before the microwave starts demanding a battle pass, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me right now, which December Game Pass drop are you downloading first? Because we're about to dig into this ridiculously loaded December lineup, because Xbox woke up and chose generosity this month. On December 3rd, Monster Train 2 is rolling into Game Pass like a locomotive straight out of heaven, hell, and whatever's between those two. Titans have taken control of heaven, angels and demons have formed an awkward team-building exercise, and you are driving a demon-powered train through the afterlife like it's rush hour on the Apocalypse Railroad. You're commanding plans, customizing your train, battling gods, and making choices that feel like someone asked, what if a roguelike and a deck builder had a baby? And then strap that baby into a flaming train. It's stylish, chaotic, strategic. It's the only train in existence I'd willingly mop. Spray Paint Simulator hits Game Pass on December 3rd with a vibe so relaxing that even the mop is considering a career change. This one's all about starting your own painting business, meeting weird clients, taking on odd jobs, and turning walls, cars, houses, bridges, and yes, even giant robots into works of art. It's one of those games where you start painting just one room, and suddenly the sun has set, your hand hurts, and you're considering charging the vending machine for a makeover. Story mode gives structure, free spray mode gives freedom, and co-op lets you ruin entire neighborhoods with your friends in the most wholesome way possible. It's satisfying, it's goofy, and honestly, feels like therapy after a day in this break room. 33 Immortals is bringing absolute multiplayer mayhem on December 4th. A 33-player co-op action roguelike where everyone is a damn soul rebelling against divine judgment. Forget 4-player co-op, Xbox says, nah, let's drop enough bodies onto the screen to crash a 2007 laptop. You'll dive straight into enormous raids with instant matchmaking, fighting hordes of monsters, giant bosses, and complete strangers who may or may not know what a health potion is. You expand your arsenal, upgrade your soul, unlock relics, and gradually transform from pathetic sinner to boss-destroying powerhouse. It's chaotic, it's loud, and it's the coolest thing to trying to coordinate the break room during lunchtime. Now this is huge. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle lands on Game Pass Premium on December 4th. Set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, this first-person adventure throws you into a 1937 globe-trotting mystery filled with traps, ancient power, and villains who desperately need a hobby. As Indy, you explore temples, solve puzzles, crack whips, dodge danger, and deliver one-liners that hit harder than Becky's passive-aggressive sticky notes. It's cinematic, it's atmospheric, and it's built to make you feel like you're starring in your own Harrison Ford reboot. If you've ever wanted to live out your treasure hunting fantasies without needing tetanus shots, this is your December gift. Routine arrives with full sci-fi horror energy on December 4th. A first-person survival nightmare set on an abandoned, lunar base styled after an 80s retro future vision. Think CRT monitors, clunky machinery, dim lighting, and robots that definitely failed their empathy software updates. You explore the moon base piece by piece, uncovering what went wrong, while trying not to become the next thing that goes wrong. Everything is quiet until it isn't, perfect for fans of tension, atmosphere, and hearing their own breathing echo in the dark. This is one of those games that make you feel way better about cleaning the break room. At least nothing here is trying to harvest my organs, that I know of. A game about digging a hole is exactly what it says, and also somehow much more. On December 9th, you get to build a house, walk into the backyard, grab a shovel, and start digging. You collect resources, upgrade your tools, and gradually uncover a mysterious secret buried beneath your new property. The game is minimalistic but surprisingly addictive. The kind of loop where your brain goes, just one more layer, and suddenly you've dug a trench so deep OSHA wants a word. It's cozy, quirky, and a perfect palate cleanser between the big December releases. And listen, as someone who cleans up holes people metaphorically dig for themselves every day, this one hits home. Death HOWL is a day one Game Pass drop on December 9th, combining Souls-like intensity with deck building strategy, all wrapped inside a supernatural story about a grieving mother fighting through the spirit world to reclaim her son. You craft cards, collect totems, and build powerful combos as you explore mystical lands filled with spirits. It's emotional, challenging, and visually striking. Every battle feels like you're weaving your deck into a personal weapon. The level of polish on the combat makes even the mop jealous. If you want something with heart, atmosphere, and meaningful progression, this is going to be a December sleeper hit. Dome Keeper is back to test your multitasking sanity on December 9th. It's a roguelike action miner where you dig for resources underground, then sprint back to the surface to defend your dome from alien hordes. It's digging, upgrading, blasting monsters, and repeating that cycle until your dome finally collapses or you become the most powerful subterranean custodian alive. Every run feels different, every gadget changes your strategy, and every enemy wave makes you question your life choices. As a janitor, I respect any game where structural integrity determines your survival. If you want something tight, challenging, and endlessly replayable, this one's a must-play. On December 10th, Mortal Kombat 1 comes to Game Pass, baby! The reboot that reboots the reboot. Liu Kang rewrote the universe, everyone's back, everything's familiar, but different, and the fatalities are somehow even more illegal in 48 states. New fighting systems, new modes, new combos, and a smoother, faster approach to the classic Mortal Kombat brutality. If you love fighting games, this is huge. If you don't love fighting games, well, at least you can watch your friends explode each other like it's casual workplace banner. Day 1 on Game Pass Premium is a massive win. And lastly, BRATZ Rhythm and Style is pulling up with the pure fashion energy on December 11th. Customize outfits, dance to BRATZ hits, travel to iconic cities, and compete in fashion battles that would make the breakroom dress code shiver. This is the kind of game that doesn't care if you're here for the story or style. It just wants you to slay. You can go solo or battle with friends, showing off your drip while dunking on Berdine and the Tweeble twins. Honestly, the mob said this is game of the year and I'm not arguing with it. So yeah, December on Game Pass is absolutely stacked. We've got trains barreling through heaven and hell, lunar bases crawling with retro future nightmares, 33-player raids exploding to pure chaos, and even a game that lets you dig a hole so deep it might connect to the underworld. Mortal Kombat's here to finish your free time, BRATZ is ready to outstyle half the planet, and Indiana Jones is solving ancient mysteries while the rest of us are trying to remember where we put our controllers. It's one of the strongest, weirdest, most chaotic lineups Xbox has dropped all year. And if my mop bucket wasn't already overflowing with metaphorical content, it definitely is now. Well, that's all I have. I gotta bounce. The mop bucket is literally vibrating on its own, and Gary swears that means another Day 1 Game Pass release is about to burst out of the pipes. But before this turns into an actual boss fight, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments down below, which December Game Pass drop are you jumping into first? This is Scruffy the Janitor signing off. Peace out.